Your mindset is the operating system behind how you make all of your decisions. We've all been told to earn more, save more, and hustle harder. But if your mindset stays stuck at level 1, none of it will change anything. So in this video, we're breaking down the 5 levels of money mindsets so you can figure out where you are right now, and more importantly, how to level up. And when you do, you'll stop asking, "Can I afford it?" and start asking the one question that really changes everything. Welcome to A-Lux, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Level 1, the scarcity mindset. I can't afford this. Now, this is the poor people mindset in the purest form. Before you grab your torches, let me explain, okay? You come from a modest background. Your parents didn't have much and they did their best, but their only goal was survival until next month or next year. Most of your clothes were hand-me-downs from your older cousin. Your favorite toy was this cool stick you found. You see, growing up in this environment, it instills a certain mentality in you. You start seeing the world split in two. Those who have and those who don't. And you are the latter. Your parents don't have much, their parents didn't have much, so you won't have much either. And when you grow up, even if you end up doing way better than your parents, the mindset sticks. You become the type of person who would rather do a remarkably poor job trying to fix their sink than hiring an actual plumber. Because in your mind, why make the plumber rich? You can't afford that. You become hyper-protective with your money and you've got no nice things because nice things are for people who can afford them and you can't afford that. Your mom gets another birthday with just a phone call because flights are expensive and you can't afford those either. You waste your time doing $10 tasks with a $1,000 brain because hiring someone else is expensive and you can't afford that. And the worst part is, you can probably afford all of that, but the mindset is blocking you. At this level, money equals safety. Money is scarce and you want to protect the little you have. This is the "we have food at home" generation. Level 2 is the price mindset. So you've realized that the "we have food at home" generation's mantra is suffocating, so you start to step out of your comfort zone a little bit. You're not shutting the door, but you're opening it just enough to peek through and you get curious. How much does it actually cost? Is it really that bad? And the more you look, the more you realize that maybe you can do it, but only if you always check the prices, only if you play by the rules, so you become a little bit obsessed with the prices of everything. If at level 1 you don't buy water when you're out because water is free at home, at level 2 you waste 20 minutes going to another store where the bottle of water is 20 cents cheaper. You're still nervous about spending, but now you're trying to do it right. You check your bank balance obsessively. You check your expenses, keep your receipts, and tally everything up. You tell yourself that this is how you stay not broke. This is how you begin to rebuild. When you ask yourself the cost of something, you're still not ready to buy it, but at least it gives you some clarity. Your life is ruled by not wanting to waste money and you're afraid of spending, but you think you can outsmart it and you'd rather do that than run from it. Your main filter is, how much is it? You buy the cheap shoes even though they fall apart faster. You pass on better options because you can't justify the upfront spend. And your mom's birthday? You still tell her that you can't afford to pay for the flight, but at least now you're checking the price. You go to the apps, visit different websites, try different days, refresh the page, and tell yourself that if it goes below a certain point, you'll definitely book it. And you mean it too, you really would. Just don't ask what happens when it's even $10 over your allowed amount. You see, you live by your rule book, and $10 is the same as $100 in that book of yours, so you tell yourself that you can't justify the cost. And that's because you haven't started thinking in value yet. That happens at level 3, the value mindset. Now you've calculated enough costs to know that anything worth having has to cost something. You understand value, and this helps you to figure out what's worth getting and what's worth not getting, and you can do it from an objective standpoint. Because let's be honest, okay, you know that cheap is rarely smart. You're still not rich, but you've stopped thinking like a poor person. Now your questions are, how much is it worth instead of how much does it cost? If something means a lot to you, if it brings you value in your life, you're going to find a way to make your money stretch to get it. And hey, this is a shift, okay? It takes work and time. And if you want help making this mindset shift real, not just in theory, but in action, well, the ALUX app was built just for you, okay? We've got entire collections and courses on shifting your mindset in different areas of your life, and we'll help you figure out which part of it needs the most urgent change. And we've got a special promo for this month to give you a boost. If you download the app today, you'll pay $19 instead of $29 for our all-inclusive monthly membership. That's a whole 35% discount on a premium product. So go to your app store, download the ALUX app, and scan this QR code to secure that discount. Now, at this level, we know that sometimes you can't always afford the investment right now, but you understand that it matters, so we want to help you get there. Because that understanding alone changes how you move, and when you add action to it, your mind levels up and your income usually follows. At this level, you don't flinch at prices the way you used to because you know it could do something for you. Even if it's a bottle of water, okay? You'd rather pay more for it, save your time, and save your energy for the things that are really important. You don't buy cheap things 3 times anymore. Instead, you buy one good thing once, and you stop feeling guilty for spending a little bit more on things that will help you grow. You used to roll your eyes at people who said, invest in yourself. Now you get it, okay? You see money as something that buys you options and outcomes. Like the option to say no to a job that drains you, or the option to take a course that opens up new doors. Money doesn't just get you things, okay? It gives you momentum. You're not afraid to spend, but you do it intentionally. And you're not afraid of wanting more because it doesn't make you greedy, and now you know that. It makes you believe that you're worth investing in. When you're shopping for groceries, you still look at prices, but now you also look at quality. You're okay spending a bit more for things that save you time, make you feel good, or last longer. And it's the same with buying that flight ticket for your mom's birthday. You remember how long it's been since you saw her. You can picture her face when she opens the door, and for you, that moment means more than anything else. It means more than saving a little bit. So you go that extra mile. You might not be able to afford it easily, but you'll make it happen because it holds value to you beyond the price tag. And honestly, what else is money for, if not for moments like that? At level 4 is the growth mindset. More money isn't your goal at this place, okay? Your goal is peace, choice, and protection, and you see money as a way to get there. It's a tool. And that probably sounded cliche when you heard it when you were at level 1. After all, if it's a tool, why can't you just have it already and stop stressing about it? But now you know that tools only work if you know what to build. So you no longer just want to earn money, you want to use it to design your life so you can feel like everything you do is something you chose on purpose. So that flight for your mom, you quickly book that ticket. Not because it's cheap, but because you know you'll make that money back. And actually, that's not even the main concern anymore. You're more focused on getting there when you want to be there. You bulk buy your water, maybe you even have a subscription for it because you're always thinking about what you can do to save time, energy, and money again and again. When you're buying your groceries, you don't just shop for tonight and tomorrow. You think in meal planning, long-term health, and energy. You batch cook, meal prep, or order healthy delivery kits. And if someone looked in your shopping cart, it would look like there's a strategy behind what you're doing. You're not just impulsively throwing things in the basket. At this level, you're all about building real, unshakable safety, both emotionally and financially. And we know it sounds like you're doing a lot here, but because you've built strong systems for yourself, it feels more like an easy flow rather than having to constantly take action. You see the value in having a creative output and in pursuing a career that matches your values and the things that matter to you. Your relationship with money isn't reactive or avoidant, it's useful because you know how to use it to get the things you want out of life. You still see people who believe that struggling, sacrificing, and depriving themselves makes them better or more disciplined, And you're so glad that you're out of that state of mind because now you know the truth about scarcity games, okay? They keep you back. They keep you zooming in and focusing on the smallest things when in fact you know that you find more growth in zooming out and looking at why you do things instead of what you do. And this ability puts you in a small percentage of people who can transform without needing their entire life to fall apart first. Then there's level 5, the freedom mindset. You book the ticket to see your mom without even flinching or second guessing. You don't even care if it's on sale or not. You value time, presence, and peace, and seeing your mom brings you all 3. You go grocery shopping when it's quiet and everyone else is at work because you can. And no, it isn't your "I've retired at 30" fantasy talking, okay? This is you realizing how and when you operate the best and designing your life in a way that matches that. So you leave with exactly what you need because you're not trying to optimize every choice. You're trying to make things easier for yourself, more peaceful. If something costs more but saves you effort, you buy it. It's not even about spending frivolously. You've created a life that dodges the micro-stress of daily mundane things. Because who even needs that, okay? So unproductive. It feels good to be here because now you get to slow down and you're doing it intentionally. You finally understand that fast isn't always better and more isn't always worth it. At level 5, you start putting a price on things that most people don't even think about, like your bandwidth to stay sharp, rested, and present. Your question now is, what will this cost me mentally, emotionally, and energetically? And if that sounds dramatic to some people, cool, because stress is dramatic, and you've had enough of that, okay? You now know that your time and intention are limited, and you treat them like assets. When you're trying to make a decision, your first thought is about how will it fit into the life that you've built? Will it pull you away from it or protect it? Because you know that every time you say yes to something, you're also saying no to something else. So the real cost isn't just time, energy, or money. It's what you could have done instead with that time, energy, or money. The opportunity cost of saying yes always jumps to the front of your mind. And you don't even think about freedom as a reward for all your work. It's just your natural operating baseline. Because why would you want anything else? Why would you fill your life with unnecessary noise or this need to prove yourself, take every call, and fix every problem when it's not even worth your time? That just doesn't make sense to you. So walking away from these things is pretty easy. You would happily pay a premium for it. And you're even okay with doing nothing because you've learned that nothing gives you space. And space gives you the opportunity to be creative, to rest, and to come up with great ideas. And man, that feels so good. It keeps you healthy. It even helps you deepen your relationships. At level 5, money equals permission. You have the permission to say no, to walk away, to not explain yourself. Every day you get to choose the kind of life you want to live inside. You're at the level where you've learned that success isn't about how much you make. It's about how little you have to compromise to live well. All right, Alexer, now that you've seen these 5 levels, the question is, where are you right now? And what would it look like to operate just 1 level higher? If this video made you pause even just once, leave a comment with the line that hit the hardest. We read all of them, okay? And if you're serious about building real wealth from the inside out, the ALUX app is your daily tool to help you do just that. We deliver simple, valuable lessons, and you get real, tangible results. And while you're at it, we recommend watching this video next, Levels of Investments, because your mindset might unlock the door, but what you build next is what changes everything. This is ALUX, and we'll see you back here next time. Until then, take care, my friend.